everyone, Chelsea here with the CW Corner Flosstube. I know it's been 2 or 3 months since I've posted. Lots of crazy busy life. The house has been kind of full a little bit. 4 people living in a kind of a smaller house makes it kind of hard to get a decent video going. I will try to post more on my Instagram for now until I can kind of get more of some quiet time to film. And then we've also had several trips that we've went on and had hotel rooms. We've had people with us then too, so it made it kind of hard to film as well. I'm more of one that likes to have quiet space and nobody around listening, and while I film, I don't know, just me and feeling awkward, I guess. Not that it's a problem, but I figure I'd pop in and let y'all know. Instagram is probably going to be my go-to spot, and it may be a span of several months before I can get a video to you guys. But anyways, I do have some pictures I can pop in. The eagle I posted on there on Instagram that I was working on by Ankicoleman Designs has won 3rd place in the fair entry that I did. The frog and the insect piece that I did, some pictures showed there, and in other floss tubes. Neither one of them placed in the fair when I entered, but that's okay. There's lots of plenty of cross stitch pieces and amazing pieces. I enjoyed and liked the ones that I did, and don't feel like I had to place or anything. It was more just for fun and enjoyment, and I didn't realize how many people first time entering the cross stitch stuff anyways for the fair anyways on entering, but a lot of people enter their cross stitch stuff and I didn't realize that. But anyways, a few things that I have been working on, we'll jump right in. I don't have kind of 2 projects, but I'll go with what I have right now. I'm working on the Grizzly Bear. I've done some, I can't remember how much I've had progress wise. I will try to pop in a picture over here. This is the back, I think it's the back right foot of it, and then it'll kind of the romp area and then towards the head of the project. I have a lot of fabric, but I don't know exactly how much. There are several thousands of stitches, or at least 1,000. I'll post an update with the total if I can remember. I don't have a paper here to make a note, but I think that's about 1,000 stitches so far in that foot. I think it's around 70 or 75,000 total stitches. Been kind of working on that a little bit. I haven't really touched it too much since I think the whole 3 months, maybe a couple rows worth. Been mainly working up until July, toward mid-June, July, working on the eagle, the frog, and the insect pieces. Some of that information will be in the drop-down description. I think I have this next one too down there. It's a blackwork design. It says read more books. I will try to get a picture of what it looks like. I've decided to kind of skip through and leave some of these little, it'll be these little diamond-y kind of shaped pieces in there. That way it's easier for me to kind of keep count and go through. And those are really easy to kind of pop in, because you kind of meet at each little corner and then just do the little crosses, kind of catty corner on it. So it won't be too awful to go through and fill those back in. As I work on this, I'm not sure if it'll fit fully in the hoop here, and I think it might be a little more on this side but less on this side, but we'll kind of see when I get further along. I think I'm only in my 2nd row here. Can't remember how many rows there are across on this pattern either. Probably won't have too much details for you guys in this video, just kind of random, had the time to film, so wanted to share a quick video with you guys. I've touched this one a little bit. I think I had a little bit here at the top done, and I've worked all the way down, getting the rest of this B, most of the M and R in. I've been working on that one mostly, and then I got the Henny Penny Animal Cracker series piece in, and so far this is my work on it. I did change around. I don't have any of the call for colors on it. All what I picked out in stash. I decided to go with some of the browns in it. I think that called for more of a charcoal piece on it. Let's see. I think my instructions are across the room, but I think it called more for like a charcoal gray color on the darker piece, and I kind of wanted to change up the colors and kind of see how they form together. I'm not too big of a fan of the kind of lighter whitish yellow. It's more of a yellow, light yellow color on it. The darker yellow I like. And then around the eye, the 3 stitches that are there around the eye, I'm not sure. I liked it at first and then changing my mind. I've been working one strand over I think 2 squares across and 2 down. I think 2 over 2 if that's the correct, or 1 over 2 if that's the correct termination on it. 1 strand over 2 squares. I'm not sure. This is a random piece of fabric that I've bought over the past 3 months too, that I found at a secondhand thrift shop. You can kind of see by some of the wonky edges on it. It like had literally this whole kind of shredded kind of piece. I think, not sure which end was up, but I may have not helped it much by getting some of this side across, kind of cut different too, but I wanted to try it on this piece. I'm not even sure. I think it's a linen, but unknown fabric. So, and I was like, well, I can see those holes well enough, so I'm gonna give it a go. I did try over 1 square, and that was getting the chicken head a little too close and too small, and it was getting frustrating to see the squares on it. So I decided to give my first 2 over 2 a go on it, and I'm liking it so far and enjoying. I've had to rip out several times working on some of the darker brown color, or kind of chocolatey brown. I decided to kind of work on some of these little feathers, kind of get those in, because the rest of it could be really easy fill in. It's doing the 2 over 2, you have to kind of, for me anyways, have to have a little bit more concentration to work on. Sorry guys, a little bit of glare on the light there, but and then for the only color I don't have in mind as of right now is the last color. I've picked out 996 for the blue of the apron. I think it'll fit okay with it. Kind of see, maybe give a few stitches across and kind of work that out. My thinking on working on this pattern next, I was trying to work a little bit, kind of getting the tail feathers kind of going and the wing built in. I may work a little bit of fill in under here, and then that way I can kind of work back and forth on the apron. Maybe get that set in so I can kind of maybe estimate the kind of tail feather area and the leg area a little bit better. I'm not sure yet on that, or how I want to do that just yet, but that's another large fill-in area. The kind of dotted pieces in it won't be too hard to kind of skip through, and a lot less versus having to, like, I was trying to work on up towards the tip of the tail, and then kind of work a little bit on the feathers, and then kind of maybe catch some of these in between with the counting over. on the over 2 pieces. It can be a little daunting at times, especially with some tinier fabric pieces. My last one, I will leave an empty space here on the desk, or maybe just film here on my little piece. I will add in, or I don't really have much pictures. I don't have the pieces with me. Actually, there's two, well, kind of two, almost 3, 2.5. There is a wild turkey pattern that I'm working on. I've mentioned it. I think I might have the description in below. If I can find pictures, I'll insert a picture here on it. I do have pictures on it. And then if any of y'all have seen the I think it's just Cross Stitch Halloween edition magazine. If not, I know that my library has the Libby app, and it has it available free in it for the Halloween 2025 magazine. I absolutely love the Dreamcatcher one in there with the witch. I have it going on 2 different projects. One is on the same green fabric that the wild turkey picture is on, and then I think it's a 32 count cashel, or anyways, a 32 count fabric, dark green, kind of a little bit of modeling to it. And then the other is on the wood shell. It's a kind of a blue linen, and it's a little bit more easier to go through. On the blue one, I have on the Dreamcatcher one, I have one whole top row, and then working on, I think, the 10 or I think the 20 or 30 block over from the top. I'm working from the top down, so top left, I worked all the way to top right. 110 by, however, I can't remember how long that pattern was, but just in little 10 by 10 sections, it has it kind of listed out on the pattern, and working across that. I was waiting on ordering or getting a better order or bigger order to get in some glow-in-the-dark yarn, or yarn. I crochet and knit, so I'm used to saying yarn, but I wanted to get some glow-in-the-dark embroidery floss and work it on the dark green fabric, and see how that turned out as well. On the dark green fabric 32 count, it is a 1/1 square, and the wild turkey pattern, I will be doing the same 1/1 instead of the 2/2 like this one. And then I did have one other project too. There was a kind of crisscross kind of diamond-y pattern in that. I think it might have been on the cover, but I can't remember. I will try to post a picture in Instagram of the finished product. I haven't done that yet, but I made the little kind of pumpkin, and it was like a diamond-y kind of cross, and it had 3 across and 3 down, and those diamonds, some pumpkins, and I did that on, I think it was 14 count black Aida, and I finished it with a like florally white floral on a bright orange piece of fabric, and turned it into a little pillow. It wound up being large enough. I was gonna double or quadruple it and kind of put 4 of them together and make it into a larger pillow, but looking at some of the countage, unless I was counting wrong, it seemed a little off in one of the corners, and I kept counting off a little bit on it, so I think my count was off slightly, and there's been a few mistakes on that one, but I'm okay with it. And looking at it at a quick look and glance, you can't really notice on some of the mistakes I did on that, so it's all well and done, and I'll have one of my first cross-stitch Halloween pieces to put up for Halloween decoration soon, or fallish type decoration. So that's what I've been working on. So if you guys don't see me here, definitely catch me at my Instagram page. All the information will be in below. That's where you'll find me posting more often here until I can get a good spot, which may be quite the time to do so. If we have time when we're in our travels, or I have a quiet space and the house is quiet, then I may try to film, and where I can get better internet, then I'll get it uploaded as well too. That's another thing. At home, internet isn't the best, but yeah, so far I'm loving the animal cracker. I'm debating on making it into a little key fob thing instead of the animal cracker piece, and putting my keys, and maybe having the little like pull up piece, and that way they can be tucked in on it. But we'll kind of see as I work through it how I feel, or I may just turn it into the little animal cracker that it's supposed to be. I haven't decided quite yet, but we'll see how that turns out. And just wanted to make a quick video update, and hope you all enjoy. And thank you for those that are returning, or thanks for joining me if you're new here. I definitely appreciate everyone giving likes and thumbs up, and I love seeing the comments on the videos, and I love seeing y'all enjoying projects. I love watching everyone's YouTube videos. I haven't been keeping up with other Flosstube videos here lately. Some I have, some I haven't. Just kind of life gets busy and just full of other ones to watch, but definitely enjoy kind of working this cross stitch projects. Definitely keep me sane and keep me happy, and I hope everyone is doing well. And thanks for stopping in. And again, don't forget to check my Instagram a little bit more than I am on my Flosstube, that I hope to eventually get back to you all here on the Flosstube end of it, so you guys can see more videos and enjoy some of my cross stitch projects as well, hearing more vocal and visually, like seeing on that versus seeing the pictures on Instagram. Is definitely more, to me, interesting listening to y'all on your Flosstubes talk about, or those that haven't. If you haven't watched other Flosstubes, go check other ones out. There's tons out there, and I just enjoy kind of listening to everybody and keeping everybody updated. And well, kind of a short 18-ish minute video. Hope you all are doing well, and till next time, bye guys.